Welcome to Organ India's podcast, New Beginnings, where we bring alive stories of experiences faced by organ donors and recipients to bring awareness about organ donation. In today's episode, we will be sharing the story about Shri Tej Ram Ji, who was the chairperson of Sir Ganga Ram Trust Society and was associated with Sir Ganga Ram Hospital for 27 years until his death in 2012. He went on to become one of the oldest organ donors in the country, busting the common misconception that there is a limit to the age of organ donors. To give our listeners a brief of what he was like, he was a lively man and a fun-loving one, right till the end. Even when he was admitted to the hospital, he would go out for dinner, come back and get himself readmitted. This is a story about his daughter, Mrs. Vinita Chopra, who made the decision to donate her father's organs in his final moments. So to help us tell his story better, we're joined by Shri Tej Ram Ji's daughter, Mrs. Vinita Chopra. Welcome, Mrs. Chopra. I know that this story is not that easy to talk about, as each time you remember him, his memories may still come back fresh in your head. But I, and everyone else listening, would love to hear the story about your father and get to know what he was like and what exactly happened to him.
He was so full of life that right till the end he wanted to participate in everything. Anytime he would get ill and he was lying in the hospital upstairs, if there was a hospital dinner and the doctors came to invite him, he would, from his hospital room, want to get ready, and he would get ready and go for dinner and come back and get admitted again. And poor things, they could not say very much to him. Even if they thought he was doing something wrong, being the chairman, he would overrule everybody. That day he said, "I'm coming over to your place in the evening for a cup of tea." I said, "Sure, come." So he came home for tea. And he said that now I'm going shopping. He reached Noida at about 9, and at 9:30 he told the cook, "Why don't you do one thing? I can't get up, I'm very tired. Can you get me my drink where I'm sitting?" Straight after saying that sentence, his head tilted to the side. And when we reached the hospital, he was lying very, very still. And they had a whole lot of tubes and machines and things attached to him. And the doctor said 95% of his brain, they'd done his scan, his CT scan, and found 95% of his brain had got clouded with blood. There was a huge aneurysm which had burst.
That sounds scary. Imagining something like that happening to a loved one without any warning must have been really unexpected. It is something everyone is scared of. I'm sure it must have been a tough time. Anyways, ma'am, can you please tell me how you came to the conclusion to donate his organs?
The head of the ICU, where Dad was actually lying, he came up to me and said, I want to ask you something, but don't get upset if my question disturbs you. And he said, we would just want to ask you, are you ready to donate his organs? I'm surprised that you're even thinking of organ donation for a person who's so unwell. We said, no, his organs are fine. Most of his organs are fine. We've checked them out while he was here, and we would like to use his organs for at least 3 or 4 lives he can save. I said, sure. I said, I'll be the happiest person if he could be used to save anybody's life. And that feeling was so good inside me when I went home that night, that even in death he has helped people and gone. How lovely. And I was only the facilitator. I'm not even the giver. That's the best part. It's his body, his organ. I'm only the facilitator. So do I have a right to say no in something like this? In your life, you can give all the money you want, but you cannot give life with money. This is beyond everything. This kind of giving is the ultimate giving, I feel. This is the ultimate giving.
True. It really is the ultimate giving. The ability to give someone the gift of life is one of the most noble and selfless acts a person can do. Tej Ram Ji's story is really a great story to learn from. The fact that even at the age of 88, his organs could help save the lives of 3 people really puts the myth of age when it comes to organ donation to a rest. And hopefully, people would realize this too from this episode. To conclude this episode, Mrs. Chopra, I'd just like to say thank you for being a part of this show. And again, thank you for donating the organs of your father, which helped save so many lives. I hope the people listening have gained some value from this podcast and hopefully enjoyed this episode as well. We have many more such episodes lined up for you guys, so stay tuned and take care. Also, if anyone listening has questions or suggestions about the podcast, please feel free to connect with us on Facebook and Instagram, or mail us at info@organindia.org, or call us on our toll-free helpline number at 1800 120 3648.